We'll get to Andrew Luck in just a second, but first, a couple of highlights you may have missed. Niners Chiefs Jimmy G to Matt Breida, back of the end zone. Nice grab by the running back.
Great route combination. They run a little pick play. The DBs run into each other. They run a little switch to slot receiver. He runs into the corner outside. But NFL, if you've been watching Kansas City secondary, expect to see a bunch of this.
Good for Jimmy G. That's the field he got his knee blown up on last year. Bounce back.
Saints and Jets, Drew Brees to Michael Thomas. This is a nice touchdown grab.
A Buckeye C, a rich Buckeye.
This is what the Saints got to do. They got to give big money Mike, got to get him back outside. The first 12 weeks of the season, him and Drew Brees dominated. Struggled not only the rest of the regular season, but also in the playoffs.
Here we go. Cowboys-Texans, Dak Prescott out of pressure, hits Michael Gallup for the touchdown.
Michael Gallup, opposite of Amari Cooper. He's the speed in that equation. We talk about them having a better deep passing attack. Not only Dak got to use his legs more, but pinpoint accuracy to score the touchdown. For Dallas to be able to be a playoff team and win their division, Michael Gallup, can he get 900 yards receiving, Nick?
Nick's favorite segment, drawing a blank.
Another question
Not
you
a
asked.
question.
Oh, well, you ended in a question mark. Your voice went up.
Jenna, you should ask the ball.
Sorry. Jenna, I'd love to play drawing a blank.
Okay, well, it's too late. We've moved on.
It's too late.
News of Andrew Luck's retirement broke during the Colts preseason game on Saturday night and proceeded to shock the sports world. Colts fans didn't take the news so well. Chris, Luck's retirement is the most surprising since blank.
Man, my guy Magic Johnson, and they stopped practice, took everyone off the field. We went into one room, watched it on TV. Oh, man, that changed the game. Not only as far as he's a kid, because my brother got drafted by the Lakers, who I looked up to, but having one of the icons with the news of being HIV positive at the time, which we thought was a death sentence, man, that was the biggest moment.
I think Magic's is probably the most shocking ever, but there's one that is, to me, only one more shocking than Luck since then, and that's Michael Jordan's retirement a couple years later. Michael Jordan, fresh off, third straight championships, got 3 league MVPs, says, not only am I quitting, I'm going to go play baseball? The level of just, wait, what is happening? To this day, it's so unbelievable. People have conspiracy theories about, did he really want to go play baseball? Was he forced out of the NBA? So, to me, this is the most shocking retirement since Jordan.
And he went on to be the 4,300th best baseball player to ever play the game.
That might be a little high, John. I got to see that list.
Luck's going to be as an architect.
Oh, come on, man.
More on Luck's retirement now. Speaking of which, with the best quarterback in the AFC South retiring, the whole division is now up for grabs. So, Nick, the winner of the AFC South this season will be blank.
I'm going to stick with my pick of the Colts. I no longer think they're a Super Bowl contender, but in that division, there's one great quarterback in that division, potentially great now. It's Deshaun Watson. He just lost his running back for the season with a torn ACL and might have the worst offensive line in football. The Titans appear to be a mess. I don't want to read too much into preseason, but that offense is going to be problems. And I don't know if Nick Foles is going to be able to rekindle that magic he had in Philly. So I'm going to stick with the Colts. I think it'll be close. I think 9 wins gets it done, and I think Jacoby Brissett can do that behind that offensive line.
I mean, I've gone up and down the roster. Is Mariota the answer in Tennessee? No. I'm afraid, I believe Jacksonville's defense comes back. I'm afraid their wide receivers can't trust them. And, man, that offensive line with the Texans, no, and that defense is aging. So, you know something? It's up in the air. None of them deserve it. I'm not going to be for it. I'm not making a mistake. Zero.
This is so unfair.
I'm drawing a blank. I drew a blank.
This is why Chris gets to throw my incorrect predictions in my face. Because I can't be like, at the end of the year, you were wrong about the AFC South because you ain't picking one.
No, you know the reason why, Nick? That's why I'm the smartest man in sports TV.
You are? Yeah. So the 2 smartest guys in sports TV on
Rufus
the show.
and Doofus. What's up, people? My name's Rufus.
Drew Brees made his preseason debut on Saturday. He and Michael Thomas connected, as we just saw. 19-yard touchdown to cap off their only drive. Last year, Thomas led the league with 125 catches. So, Nick, the NFL's leader in receptions this season will be blank.
Nuke Hopkins. Last year, he was 3rd, 2nd most amongst receivers. We just mentioned the Texans don't have a starting running back right now, or well, they do, but it's not the guy they thought it was going to be. It's going to be Duke Johnson. Will Fuller, not shockingly, once again dealing with some injuries. He's going to be targeted, I don't know, 15 to 18 times a game. I like DeAndre Hopkins' chances.
Yeah, no receivers on a team have been more consistent in getting 100 catch seasons than the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Ooh.
Juju Smith-Schuster, man, he's the next guy in line. They're going to be able to run the ball enough that he's going to be the guy that leads the league. I believe that the jury's out. Can he be a dynamic number one? I think he's a number one receiver, but can he be a dynamic? Can he go to the Pro Bowler as the guy for this young receiving corps? I love Ray Sherman's coaching him up. I know he's going to get some of the best coaching out there. So Juju Smith-Schuster, I believe, leads the league in receptions this year.
All right, speaking of Juju and the Steelers, Big Ben made his preseason debut this weekend. He led 3 drives, found Juju for the 17-yard TD. Sunday was Ben's first game action in the post-Antonio Brown era. So, Chris, the most important weapon for Big Ben this season is blank.
Their most underrated offensive player, and that's James Conner, the running back. Now, Jalen Samuels will get some touches and everything, and we saw the productivity in 18 was the same as L. Bell in 17. But James Conner, inside the tackles, can run, does have some breakaway speed that we necessarily didn't see at Pittsburgh. He's a tremendous story. We've had him on the show. I'm pulling for him. James Conner is the biggest thing that we're not talking about there in Pittsburgh, Nick.
Jenna, over the weekend, last few days, I spoke to one of my sources, Hall of Fame wide receiver, and he said something that shocked me. Said he thought Juju Smith-Schuster is going to lead the NFL in receptions. So I'm going to say Juju Smith-Schuster is going to be the most important weapon for Ben Roethlisberger.
He don't give me credit on the radio show. I'm glad I'm on the TV show that he realized I'm listening to him sometime. Sometimes I doze off and everything.
Smith-Schuster, they need him, man. They lost AB. He's going to be Big Ben's most important weapon.
Sometimes I zone out on Nick. I go to like
somewhere else.
Where I'm going in the afternoon.
Take a break.
I'm going to lunch, man.
Coming up, did Colts fans cross the line when they booed Andrew Luck next
Definitely gonna do that, man. Definitely. I gotta go for a long walk. Gotta go for a long walk today.
Saying, oh yeah, but no.